going? I'm Ian Schmidt from Tin Shed Distilling Company, and I'm here today to tell you about our latest core range release called Talamara. Talamara is the name of a homestead on the Fleurieu Peninsula. Well, it doesn't exist anymore, it's an historic name, but there's a property down there owned by a bloke called Pete, who's a friend of ours, and Pete's property has peat on it. So this is Pete's peat from Para we're featuring in Talamara. Now, Talamara is not a heavily peated whisky. It's got a fairly modest amount. Here we are at Welland, close to transport as you can tell, and you can hear from the aeroplanes. You can probably come here directly using Qatar. Okay, on the nose, I get cedar and a very faint hint of Australian barbecues. That is to say, burning red gum or something and you got burnt sausages on a hot plate. That's what it reminds me of, that's what it gives me on the nose, which is not really that surprising since it's got a bit of peat in it. But the peat is not overpowering, it's nothing like a Scottish peated whisky. There's no hints of iodine, there's no sphagnum moss, there's no seaweed, no ashtray or anything like that. It's a very gentle peat. It's really only there as a seasoning, just to make it a little more complex. So this particular whisky's aged for 4 years. 3 years it was in Shiraz barrels and 1 year in a mixture of bourbon and, a mixture of Apera and Tawny barrels. The colour, as you can see, is a sort of deep golden amber colour. Really quite attractive. Oh yes, still getting cedar, still getting burnt sausages on the nose. I'm getting bread and marzipan on the palate, and I'm now getting notes of something which you could describe as lavender, but it's not, or maybe potpourri, which is the influence of 3 years in a Shiraz barrel. Gives you very floral notes, we find. The smoke is not obvious or evident at all. It's just the faintest hint of it there on the back of the palate when you're getting the finish coming through. The finish is lingering for a long time, getting a mixture of a little bit of smoke coming and going, as you'd expect in a barbecue when the wind blows the smoke at you. And that the honey notes, the lavenders become honey over time, and the finish is really long and lovely and luscious. Beautiful whisky, I commend it to you. Slanger. Oh, might have to do that again actually. Perhaps we could do another take. Catch you soon. Bye.